Trustee Zalik.
Here.
Trustee Giesers.
Here.
Trustee Fruzzoloni. Here. Trustee McCarthy.
Here.
And Mayor Severino.
Here. Please stand and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of our February 21st, 2023 Village Board meeting?
So moved. Second.
Moved by Trustee McCarthy, seconded by Trustee Berger. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Garvey.
Aye.
Trustee Zalik.
Aye.
Trustee Giesers.
Aye.
Trustee Fruzzoloni. Aye. Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve the minutes of our February 21st, 2023 special workshop meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Trustee Giesers, second by Trustee Zalik. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Garvey.
Aye.
Trustee Zalik.
Aye.
Trustee Giesers.
Aye.
Trustee Fruzzoloni. Aye. Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Okay, we have one proclamation tonight, and that is 2023 MS Awareness Week. Whereas multiple sclerosis, MS, is a neurological disease of the central nervous systems affecting nearly 1 million people in the United States alone. And whereas multiple sclerosis generally strikes people in the prime of their life, between ages 20 through 50. And the cause and course of this often debilitating symptom of MS remains unknown and no cure currently exists. And whereas the National Multiple Sclerosis Society is committed to a world free of MS, heightening public knowledge about and insight into the disease. And whereas together we have transformed what it means to live with MS to provide global leadership to help achieve our vision of a world free of MS. And whereas since 1946, the National Multiple Sclerosis Society has been a driving force of MS research, relentlessly pursuing prevention, treatment, and a cure, and has invested more than $1 billion in groundbreaking research. And whereas funds raised through the National Multiple Sclerosis Society fuel research on pathways to MS cures and invest in the MS research workforce at the best medical centers, universities, and other institutions throughout the U.S. and abroad, leading to many breakthroughs in the treatment of MS. And whereas the mission of National Multiple Sclerosis Society is to cure MS while empowering people affected by MS to live their best lives, and one that all Americans, Illinoisans should support. And whereas the state of Illinois recognizes the importance of finding the cause and cure of MS and express its appreciation for the dedication that the National Multiple Sclerosis Society Greater Illinois chapter has shown towards creating a world free of MS. Now therefore be it proclaimed that I, Mayor Frank Severino, and the Carroll Stream Board of Trustees, DuPage County, Illinois, in the exercise of its home rule powers, do hereby proclaim March 12th through the 18th, 2023, as MS Awareness Week in Carroll Stream, and encourage all residents to learn more about multiple sclerosis and what they can do to support individuals with MS and their families. Need a motion?
Not for a proclamation.
Okay, next is addresses from the audience. Do we have anything?
There are no electronic comments
Mr.
received.
Attorney? No, nothing from the audience. We go right on. Okay, is there A motion to establish a consent agenda
So moved?
Second?
by trustee McCarthy, seconded by trustee Frusaloni. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Garvey.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Geezer.
Aye.
Trustee Frusaloni. Aye. Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, would you please read what is on the consent agenda?
Certainly. Amendment of the Personnel Manual, Section 6A, Health Insurance, and 6B, Dental Insurance, to add language providing an additional month of coverage following the passing of an active employee with family coverage.
Yes.
Yes.
Approval of a contract extension with Lakeshore Recycling Systems for street sweeping services in the amount of $93,179.98 for the period of May 1st, 2023 through April 30th, 2024, pursuant to the provisions of Section 5-8-3B and subsection 5-8-14N of the Village Code of Ordinances.
Yes.
Yes.
Approval of an agreement for services with Jacobs Engineering for replacement of weirs, baffles, and slide gates in WRC Clarifier Dome Number 4 in the amount of $161,226.02.
Yes.
Yes.
Approval of the purchase of a Timeco Model 500X sweeper from EJ Equipment Company under Sourcewell Contract Number 122017-TYM in the amount of $337,340 and accept $25,000 for trade-in of the existing sweeper pursuant to the provisions of Section 5-8-3B and subsection 5-8-14L of the Carroll Stream Code of Ordinances.
Yes.
Yes.
Resolutions. Resolution with respect to the release of certain executive session minutes of the mayor and board of trustees of the Village of Carroll Stream, Illinois.
Yes.
That's off, correct?
No, Mr. Mayor, we don't need to take it off, but just for purposes of everyone's knowledge, the fourth recital, whereas provision is going to be removed from the ordinance, it was placed there inadvertently, so
Oh, so we're okay.
you're okay to approve it, but just so you know that that will be removed.
Okay.
Okay, so that is approved as resolution number 3298. New business, raffle license application, Carroll Stream Elementary School PTA. Approval and waiver of the fee and manager's fidelity bond for the spring carnival on April 28th, 2023.
Yes.
Yes.
Raffle license application, Carroll Stream Rotary Club. Approval and waiver of the fee and manager's fidelity bond for the Chili Open on May 12th, 2023.
Yes.
Yes.
Payment of bills. Regular bills, February 22nd, 2023 through March 6th, 2023.
Yes.
Yes.
Addendum warrants, February 22nd, 2023 through March 6th, 2023.
Yes.
Yes.
And that concludes the items on the consent agenda, Mayor.
Is there a motion to put those items on the consent agenda?
So moved? Second?
Moved by trustee Geezer, seconded by trustee Garvey. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Garvey.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Geezer.
Aye.
Trustee Frusaloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve those items by omnibus vote?
So moved.
Second?
Moved by trustee Frusaloni, seconded by trustee McCarthy. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Garvey.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Geezer.
Aye.
Trustee Frusaloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Thank you, thank you. Report officers. Trustee Berger.
So fast, I don't feel like I was ready.
Quick, I'm trying to break a record. 3 minutes to get it.
I'm happy to help you out with that.
We're going into budget, so we want to get this done as quick as we could.
I always like to focus on the positives when I can. This past weekend, we had the kids' bags tournament, and even though that the sound level, I'm trying to think of the right term, too much commotion kind of gives you a headache, and it was very loud in there, and I had the same kids asking me the same questions over and over, but it was a lot of fun, and it was just great to see the families out there. I wasn't able to make the last kids' day, so it was nice just to see all the families out there having fun, but yeah, it was loud. Secondly, we got to follow that up with the Citizen of the Year dinner, which is always inspiring just to hear everybody's stories and what they've done. And I feel bad because I don't have the name in front of me and I didn't already know her, but the person who won for helping GBN with the music.
Christine Hausauer.
Yeah. Because my wife and I were very involved in that, and she was actually nominated back then when we were involved, so it was nice to see somebody win for something from the boosters at the high school. But it was just great to see everybody up there and hear all the stories, very positive energy, and it was a lot of fun. And lastly, I would just like to congratulate the mighty Purdue Boilermakers on winning the Big Ten outright by 3 games, and being in the strongest conference. Really, no other school winning a game or a tournament or anything like that could possibly compare, correct? Is that correct, Trustee Fruzzoloni?
I have no comment on college basketball.
So anyway, I just wanted to point that out, and that concludes my report.
Was it louder at the stadium than it was with the kids?
Oh, way louder.
Complaining about the kids, you were getting,
I didn't mind it in the basketball stadium, especially when we're up by 20. We won't talk about
really, thank
blowing
you.
the 20-point lead.
Trustee Garvey,
No report, Mr. Mayor.
no report. Trustee Zalick.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First off, I just want to recognize March as Social Service Work Month. The community doesn't realize, they don't know how valuable our social service unit is and everything they do for the residents. I was a police officer since 1993 until I retired in 2018, and I have seen firsthand how they have saved lives and have had an impact with, juveniles and elderly, everybody. So kudos to them. Thank you for everything you do to make this community better. Secondly, I would like to touch base with being at the Employee Bags Night and how generous our staff is and competitive. I heard a lot of trash talking that was taken back a little bit, but it wasn't considered workplace violence, but thank them for their generosity and their competitiveness.
Potential for.
And then finally, I also attended the Citizen of the Year, and I just want to thank or congratulate the winners and the nominees, and they're all deserving as winning. And then keep military and first responders in your thoughts and prayers, and that concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Zalick. Trustee Giesser.
Thank you very much. I too would like to congratulate all the Citizen of the Year nominees. As the other trustees have said, it's wonderful to be in the room with so much volunteerism. It's one of the reasons Carol Stream is such a great place. We have such a long-standing history of volunteerism and giving back to the community, so our kids have a great place to live. I'm going to announce the winners. Matt, were you guys planning on doing it, Matt or Mary?
You did.
Also
I was
Citizen,
going
okay. The 2022 winners for Citizen of the Year Female, Christine Hausauer. I didn't know how to pronounce her name, but she told us it's not how sweet, it's how sour.
Exactly.
So, the Citizen of the Year Male is Al, and having a name like Geezer, you always want to try to make sure you get the name right. Citizen of the Year Male, Alex Roy. We all know him for all his work he does with the police department. Special Citizen of the Year Female was Sylvia Master for all the great work she does with the community. Special Citizen of the Year Male, Jim Slanker. The parade committee nominated him, but as was mentioned at the banquet, he's most well-known for his elaborate holiday decorations. And then the judges' recognition awards are Veronica Bakir, Jillian Chandler, Jerry Drosch, Karen Ferrugia, and Jennifer Jones. Congratulations to each of you. And also, it's Women's History Month. And my wife was one of the presenters at the Citizen of the Year awards banquet, and I didn't even know she was going to say this quote, but she gave this terrific quote that I'd just like to share concerning Women's History Month. Here's to strong women. May we know them. May we raise them. May we be them. And that's my report.
Thank you, Trustee Giesser. Trustee Fruzzoloni.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I also want to congratulate the nominees and the winners from the Citizen of the Year banquet this year. Coming off of 3 years of not having the banquet, we were honestly, the committee wasn't sure if we were going to get a lot of nominations or not, and this year was probably the biggest year we've had. We had 19 people nominated across the 5 categories, so it was really nice to see that not only are people getting back out to volunteering, but also that organizations are recognizing their volunteers. So I just want to say congratulations. And I also want to say thank you to our staff. I didn't hear any trash talking, so I don't know what Trustee Zalik was hearing, but I heard nothing but camaraderie and a lot of good-natured playfulness, Carol. There was no trash talking. But wow, I mean, when we started the night, we threw down a challenge and said, the staff night is usually the biggest night for raffles. You guys have a big number to hit because we had hit it the night before, which was the biggest number we'd ever had. And we're like, go. Wow. That's all I'm gonna say. Matt, I'll give you the exact numbers, but the generosity of our staff, not only in caring about our town and doing their jobs amazingly and caring so much about this town, but then coming together to raise money that's gonna stay mostly in town it's very inspiring. So thank you very much to our staff. We look forward to seeing our first and second place team come to the finals, which is, oh gosh, thank you, next Wednesday. It feels like we're on night 1,000 of bags. If you're there every night, you'll understand, especially when we have 22 teams tomorrow night, so that's gonna be fun. But seriously, staff was just amazing, and we had a lot of fun. I'm sorry I didn't get to be with the kids this weekend. I was doing Citizen of the Year last-minute stuff that I put off, so I apologize that I didn't get to enjoy that. But the first day was, again, we said, the kids' tournament, they raise about $1,500, blew it out of the water without even really trying. So we had some great kids' weekends, raised a lot of money for local organizations here, again, staying in Carol Stream, but youth programs, so that's really great. And with that, I'm going to end my report so we can get right into the budget meeting.
Oh, my God, you must have a lot of questions for the budget. Thank you, Trustee Frizzaloni. Trustee McCarthy?
Well, first off, I do want to congratulate the deserving winners and nominees from our Citizen of the Year dinner. And I want everybody to know, for every one that is nominated, there's probably 10 more that haven't been. Our village is amazing, the residents of our village and the things that they do. Groups, get out and nominate your people next year, because there are so many deserving people. Just like the 7, I think Rick mentioned, with including the judges' nominations. They were very deserving, 100%, but I also believe we have a ton more deserving who don't always get it because somebody forgets to write a letter in, or they miss the mailing that they're due. So make a note now. It usually comes out end of September, I think, the first notice that it's coming. So keep those people in mind, and let's have 20 nominees for every single thing. It'd be awesome. But I want to thank all of you. All of what you do is what makes Carol Stream what we are. So thank you very much. All right, on to the other thing. So, yes, a number of us are wearing our t-shirts today. Last week defined One Team Carol Stream. We had 7 days in a week, and 5 of them we were playing bags at one way, shape, or form. We had 2 kids' tournaments, Sunday and then Saturday. Combined, they raised over $4,300. Then we had 3 during the week, Monday, Wednesday, then Thursday. We started off okay the week before, then all of a sudden Monday, we raised about $3,100. And we said, wow, that's a night. Wednesday, we raised $35,000. And then our staff came. You guys are amazing. You really are. I can't thank you enough for coming and constantly supporting. Like I said, I think we've had our own nights 5 of the 7 years. They raised over $3,800. In our crazy 5-day week of the 7, we raised over $14,500 playing bags, which puts our current yearly total at about $50 under $41,000 with 4 nights still to play. So we will hit our 45, and we will go past it. Everybody, thank you very much, and I really appreciate it. I know the committee works their tail off every single night. First one's in, last one's to leave, but it's everybody who gets involved that we have to thank. So thank you very much to making this just an amazing thing that this year we're even going to get I think it's 5 different food pantries that serve Carol Stream will each get $1,500 on top of everybody else we give to. So it's an amazing year, and thank you. End of my report.
That's it?
That's it.
Well, I didn't wear my T-shirt because he gave me one that's too small. When I put it on and looked in the mirror, I said, no one's gonna like this, including me. So I had to dress up. But he did bring me one tonight, but it was too late to change. Madam Clerk?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So congratulations, Trustee McCarthy, and your huge team of volunteers. I know you guys are working really hard. And staff night was super fun. Congrats to the engineering department, and I think Public Works. You guys are winners and moving on, it sounds like, so congratulations. And also congratulations to all the Citizens of the Year recipients of the award, as well as the nominees. I'm really sorry I couldn't make it. We had a Western DuPage Special Rec Association fundraiser gala that same night. They have it every March, the first Saturday of every March, so we couldn't make the Citizen of the Year, so I regret that, but congratulations. I see who the recipients were, and they're wonderful people who give back so much. And just a heads up, in terms of clerk stuff, all the liquor, gaming, and terminal operator license renewal applications went out last week, so we're waiting for those to start coming in. Just if you know people who run businesses in town or are looking to get those licenses renewed, let them know. They have to get them in by April 12th without a penalty. Between April 13th and April 30th, they can still get those applications in, but there will be a 20% penalty on top of their fee, license fee, so keep that in mind. And also, a reminder, you probably received an email, most of you in this room, from the DuPage County Clerk's Office. The annual 2023 Statement of Economic Interest is now due. It's due May 1st, so I recommend we all get it done right away so we're not being hounded later to get that in. And just to make special mention, if you're a candidate and you filled out a Statement of Economic Interest already for your candidacy, that does not count for this one. You still have to do this 2023 annual Statement of Economic Interest. So there's that. And another reminder that Glenbard North High School Civics Club is hosting a candidate open house this Saturday from 11 to 2. So they're inviting all the candidates from Carol Stream, Hanover Park, Bloomingdale, and Glendale Heights. So there should be a good crowd, and the teachers are asking me to promote it. So everybody spread the word about that. It's this Saturday. And one more thing, new Carol Stream Pond and Stream Sweep team has been put together. So no more Village Idiots, Trustee Zalik. We are now called the Pond Squad. So it's a better name this year. So if you'd like to join the Pond and Stream Sweep, we will be cleaning up Town Center Basin on Saturday, May 20th. Anybody who's interested in joining us, it's a really fun time, let me know, and I will send you the registration link as well as the waiver link, because you do need to fill out a waiver. And other than that, just want to remind everyone to please support our local businesses, keep our property taxes low by shopping and dining in Carol Stream. That's all.
Thank you, Julia. Mr. Rhodes, our village attorney.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I too would like to congratulate all of the winners from the Citizen of the Year awards. And secondly, I'll congratulate Northwestern University, who finished second in the Big Ten, and who will beat Purdue in the championship in overtime.
Big prediction.
I sense a lawsuit.
Chief, you ready to jump in here?
That's the end of my
Indiana's in the
report.
tournament too. Come
That's
on.
true.
Darn right, that's the end of you.
That's it? Never bite the hand that feeds you. Muller,
Just a quick reminder, since our next board meeting won't occur until after this day happens, this coming weekend, don't forget to spring your clocks forward. Daylight saving time will begin, and the weather is finally starting to warm up, so spring is in the air. That's all I have.
thank you.
Yep.
Well, we had two big major things going on this weekend at the same time in different places. You heard our clerk talk about Western DuPage Special Rec. I usually go to that. I love going to that. And looking at the pictures that you posted, there was a lot of people that were there that would probably have loved to be with us.
Yeah, the
and a
Park
lot of us
District,
that would
mhm.
love to be with you, but you could only be in one place at a time. And in my opinion, for me, and for all of us, we had to be with the people that were being nominated from Carroll Stream. So, I mean, we had to make, some of us made tough decisions where we wanted to be. But I really love going to that Western. I constantly take care of them. I bring them stuff. We do a lot of things for them, from my business to them. So I really appreciate what they do. They're wonderful to have, and they're right down the street from my office in Carroll Stream. So, the Citizen of the Year thing was just phenomenal. I think Mary said it, and everybody else feels the same way that was there. The crowd was just, it was contagious. It was typical Carroll Stream people wanting to do things for people. 19 people, I mean, really, nominees, 19 nominees. Gifts that were raffle gifts all the way around the whole room, all the way around. And I didn't win anything. Take it easy, it's okay.
He read your tickets wrong.
But it was very interesting. I don't know how they picked the golf course, but whoever picked the golf course did the right thing, because it was very elegant, and people walked in there and said, this is what a party like this should be. The hostess, I don't know, John, if you know her, she made it around the room 2 or 3 times to make sure everybody was happy. I wish we had a place big enough like that to have a party that big and have it that elegant. That's one of the things we miss here in Carroll Stream, is to be able to have that. So having St. Andrews Golf Course that close was very nice, that they were that cooperative with everybody. There was nothing that they couldn't do to help run that whole thing. So that worked out really good. Other than that, this bags tournament, I haven't missed any of them now that I got somebody staying with my wife. And I got to tell you, my hat's off to this group of people that are working that. I don't know how, I mean, I'm having fun. They're working constantly working. And the kids, to me, going in there, and I watch them walk in, and in the bar, got one selling Girl Scout cookies in the bar.
A lot of cookies.
Nights before, there was a fight in the bar, but we got through that okay. But with the Girl Scouts, there ain't gonna be no fights in the bar. So, but I mean, that was good. That worked out really good. But it's just to see the kids, they come in, and we have a very diverse group of people. And they're all, kids are meeting each other, and they're all hugging, and they're all talking to each other and holding hands, and the little guy's throwing the bags. I thought he was cheating. I mean, he was halfway throwing the bags, so it was really, it's interesting watching them and how they all intermix with each other, and the gifts that the police department was able to come, I don't know.
Especially through the Special Olympics, there was a lot of good stuff, and Trustee Zalick also.
Well, yeah, I wanted to throw some, I didn't buy any tickets because I didn't want to win, but there was some things there that them kids were going after that I wouldn't like to have. I mean, the drone was one of them, you know.
Yeah, John.
I mean, really, that was very nice. The gifts were, and Chief, thank you from the police department. I mean, you could just see the kids light up when they see that. And then they're raising money from that at the same time to give out.
It's a win-win. And we are still selling raffle tickets, by the way.
Not to this crowd. So, the bottom line is that when you think about what they're doing to raise $45,000, and I'm sure it's gonna be close to 50. I'd bet my life it's gonna be 50, okay? I know for it to be 50. It may even go higher than 50. The night that the money's given out is the real night. All the work, all the sweat, all the aggravation, go there at 5 o'clock, set everything up, have them practice at 5:30, and there till 10:30 at night after working all day, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. And then that last night is when you give the checks out, and then you realize what it's all about. When you can see somebody's face that you hand them a check, $1,500 doesn't sound like a lot of money. $1,500 to the food pantry that buys from Northern Illinois Food Pantry is 7 to 1. So that becomes a lot of money. That becomes a lot of groceries that they're able to put in. They're all in need right now. I've been making the rounds, and they all could use extra food right now. The SNAP money, half of it went away, and a lot of them, they're feeling it already. There's people coming in that were okay, And now losing half that SNAP money, they may not have enough food because they'll have to buy, they have to spend more money and they don't have it. So they're going to depend on the food banks. Wayne Township does a big job. We have Lutheran Church of the Master. The whole group, that whole group all through Lutheran Church of the Master, I didn't realize that that whole food group works together. There's 6 of them that work together. And it's just a wonderful thing to be able to see that happening. And I went in and dropped off a bunch of stuff, and who did I see there working? Trustee Garver's wife. Thank you. I wanted to say that. I was surprised and happy to see you there, because volunteers in those places are really hard to come by, and I want to thank you personally for being there and helping people get food that they need. So with that, I think we're going to go into, we're going to have a special workshop. Do you want to, we end this meeting and go in? We're going to end, we won't come back in anyway. We're going to stay right in this room, so. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by trustee McCarthy, seconded by trustee Fruzaloni. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Garby.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Giesers.
Aye.
Trustee Fruzaloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. We'll take a few minutes between, and then we'll get started into our